Hello everyone, and welcome to another custom figure showcase and another regeneration custom, and actually my last regeneration custom for the foreseeable future until we get a new Doctor, or at least until we see another Doctor regenerate, I should say. So yeah, I've actually done them all. This is the one I've been waiting until last for obvious reasons, because as you can see this is not a conventional regeneration custom. This is more my own what if regeneration custom, because obviously the 8th Doctor, when he regenerated, he was basically under a sheet, and some people suggested doing this by just wrapping a sheet around him. Others suggested using the I cannot remember the character's name now, but the Series 2 figure, Cassandra's servant, who Chip, that's his name, who basically has like a sort of shroud, scrubs on him, but it didn't look right to me, and I also considered just getting a standard 8th Doctor figure and then replacing the feet without any shoes and just having some feet with a little toe tag painted on them, but again it just didn't look right, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So in the end I hit on the idea of a what if custom. In this instance is what if the Doctor regenerated right away, and I have actually written up a little synopsis for this which I'm going to read out to you now. This is my idea of the situation behind this. So I'm going to read this off my phone, so this is going to sound scripted, but I've had to write it out so it makes sense. The 7th Doctor leaves the TARDIS and gets shot, but this time fatally, and regenerates there on the spot. Thinking the Doctor is dead, Chan Lee rifles through his pockets and steals his belongings. However, after the new Doctor, the 8th Doctor, regains consciousness, Chan Lee feels guilty and phones an ambulance. Due to the nature of his regeneration, however, the Doctor is still healing, with the bullets working his way out of his body, which is actually based on something which happens in the Big Finish story audio story Cold It, in which the 7th Doctor is shot and the bullets slowly work their way out of his body. However, once he arrives at the hospital, the movie continues to play out as it did, but with the 8th Doctor in the 7th Doctor's place, dying on the operating theatre, waking up in the morgue, and once the amnesia is worn off, the regeneration process is complete. So that's my sort of basic idea behind it, which, as I said, you know, I've tried to include sort of elements of canon stories in there, so it does kind of sort of fit, and obviously, you know, there's the element of people could say, you know, well, surely Chan Lee would have noticed the regeneration, but again, in my mind, it's very similar to maybe the 3rd to 4th Doctor's regeneration, that he maybe just fades from one body into another. So it does stand up as an idea. And I do like the idea of it, but that's the story behind the custom. So now let's actually get on to looking at the custom itself. So we have a huge mix of parts here. Overall, it is a 7th Doctor legs and arms and the torso, and the shirt piece are all from a 7th Doctor. But what I've then done is I've tried to make it look, because obviously Paul McGann is significantly taller than Sylvester McCoy. I've tried to make it look like the 7th Doctor's clothes have become a bit too small for the 8th Doctor. So I've used a Saxon Master jacket with a Time of the Doctor waistcoat, and then this extra little bit of the shirt underneath where it's come untucked is from a 11th hour regenerated Crash Doctor. The shoes are actually from an 11th Doctor, which I've then painted up to look similar to the 7th Doctor's, which again just added to the look. Like, it looks like his trousers are now a bit too short by having sort of rolled up, you know, cuffs at the bottom where they're a bit sort of more over the tops of the shoes. The head is just a standard 8th Doctor head, and then the hands and the arms are actually from a original, what is known as the disco pose 9th Doctor, because on that the way he's got his arms means his sleeves are slightly sort of not rolled up as such, but they've sort of moved up his arms a bit, meaning there's a bit more of his arms to see. And I hit on the idea of using those hands because again it makes it look like the jacket sleeves are too short for him, even when he's in a relaxed pose. So I certainly think it has worked well. There's not a huge amount to see on the back. I had to do a little bit of filling in around the back of the jacket. The pattern on the trousers, I'm very pleased with. Those who have seen my TV movie 7th Doctor that I did for my the 7th Doctors, will notice that it is the same sort of pattern I used there. I think it's come out very well. But of course, I have to box this up as well, so of course I have made a custom box for him. And here is him in his box. So this is actually, rather appropriately, the box I originally used for my regenerated 7th Doctor. However, I then ended up having a 5th Doctor and Master empty box lying around, so then I decided to do my regenerated 7th Doctor and the Rani. So I thought this would be a good box to use for my regenerated 8th Doctor. So this box is actually a regenerated 5th Doctor from Comic-Con 2010. But again, just it was best to use because it fitted the figure. It looked right, and it just, I think, looks the part. And obviously as well, I also have redone the front cards. We've got 8th Doctor 1996, the 8th Doctor in his regeneration outfit. And then this image is actually a composite that I've put together myself in Photoshop, similar to I did on the 7th and 3rd Doctors, where I've taken a still image of the 7th Doctor and put the 8th Doctor's head on top of it. It's not perfect, it does look quite rough, and his head does look a little bit out of place, but I think it does work well for sort of putting a screenshot to the idea image of the scenario which I put at the start of the video. But yes, that is the end of another custom figure showcase, but it's also, as I said, the end for now of my regeneration Doctors. I'm sure some people are going to say, can you do a regeneration Master, or can you do regenerated other Time Lords, or regenerated alternate Doctors and things like that, but I do just want to keep my regeneration customs for the Doctor, because I've got the space on my shelves for them. They've each got their own specific place, so until we see the 13th Doctor regenerate into the next Doctor, whoever that may be, this is the final regeneration custom I'm going to be doing for now. So, as always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.